Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to get on here somehow. Get ready for Shabbat. Kabbalat Shabbat. Let's try it again. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. I hope we're all together. Do a little bit of kid songs right now. Camp, reminiscent of camp. Weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hopes of a new tomorrow. Fill my cup again. Weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hopes of a new tomorrow. Fill my cup again. Leave the walls and the concrete crumble. Shine on me again. See the wall and the concrete crumble. Shine on me again. Leave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Leave me the hopes of a new tomorrow. Fill my cup again. Leave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Leave me the hopes of a new tomorrow. Fill my cup again. That's what happens when you sing old camp songs. You can't remember the chords. I think I have it now. Leave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Leave me the hopes of a new tomorrow. Fill my cup again. There you go. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. That was just a warm-up. I think it's 4:59 now, so actually we didn't start yet. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. What a week. What a week. We got problems, but we don't know what the problems are because we spend all our time paying attention to and trying to stop the symptoms, but the reality is the problem is the problem. What we have is a gigantic, major macro behavior problem. People who get into power and think they have a lot of power and they misbehave with it. And we have a bunch of other people that misbehave. We're just like a bunch of kids. We got to fix it. But we can't fix it by punishing the behavior. We can't fix it by punishing or disciplining the symptoms. We can only fix it by figuring out what the heck the problem is. And I thought we could spend a little time tonight in Shabbat thinking about what is the problem. What is the problem? Not what is the behavior, what is the symptom? We know that. We know what that looks like, but what is the problem? And how can we deal with the problem? And one of the problems is we don't default to nice. I have this theory, it's called default to nice. It's like on a computer when you default to a search engine. You default to Safari or you default to Google. I'm saying default to nice. And there's too darn many people who default to mean. Default to nice. That's how you start out being nice. When you have a chip on your shoulder or an axe to grind or some past thing that you're letting run your life causing you to be mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. So, wow, can't we just be nice? You get more from being nice. You feel better from being nice. I saw a quote this week that said, it's about not even being nice to ourselves, saying, you know, if you've been criticizing yourself for a long time, ask yourself, how's that working? And if it's not working out, maybe you should be nice to yourself and think and say nice things to yourself. Gosh, we only have one life. We know that. And let's be kind. Default to nice. Default to nice. I like that saying. So Shabbat Shalom. I see I have my Aunt Shirley here. And Shirley, I want to wish you Shabbat Shalom. And thank you for coming every week. We celebrate this not because of our religion or our faith or our belief or our practice or our observance. We celebrate Shabbat because it's a time to rest. It's a time to slow down. We move too fast and then it's over. So it's time to slow down. And Shabbat being a time to slow down, I was thinking about this week especially, that being Jewish has to be more than just being part of a Jewish community and celebrating the holidays and celebrating Shabbat. And we can't keep it to ourselves. We don't proselytize. We don't try to go out and convert people and make people believe the way that we believe. Except there's a few things that we believe that we could proselytize. I'm going to list them right now. 1, default to nice. 2, don't do to another person that which would be hateful to you. Can we all agree on that? What else? We could share that it's important to rest once a week. We could share that everyone's invited to every event. We could share that to help your neighbor is to help your world, and to help your world is to help yourself. We can share, there's so much that we can share from our tradition and receive and borrow from other spiritual traditions. So it's time to just stop being this religion and this religion and this religion and this religion. It's time to ask, what can our religion or our faith do to make the world a better place? And if we can't make the world a better place, then we're not really practicing our religion. Because it's all about making the world a better place. And that means extending out our hands. That means sharing that which people are interested in having shared. It doesn't mean they have to believe like we believe. And on 3 things are we based. We're based on learning Torah. Torah meaning every kind of learning, not just the Torah, but every kind of learning. We're based on practice, as in practicing that which we teach and preach. And finally, we're based on loving kindness, which I was just talking about. And that's where the song, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ma'olam Omed. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ma'olam Omed. Al Torah ve'al avodah ve'al gimilut hasadim. Al Torah ve'al avodah Ve'al gimilut chasadim. On three things are we based: on learning, on practice and hard work, and love of hard work, and on loving kindness. So that's what we have to share. And hello, Mom. And hello, Shirley. And hello, I think I saw Carolyn on there. Welcome, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. We are counting the days until our next festival, Lag Omer, Shavuot, bringing us and ushering into summer with a huge prayer that and a huge hope that we can have a better year. And hello, Sarah. So good to see you. So I have a couple of exercises that I shared with a friend today, and I'd like to share with you. And you might want to write them down. You can listen again to this because this will rebroadcast if you go to my Facebook or YouTube page or the Jewish Community Center of Sonoma County Facebook page. And I'll tell you what the exercises are. So this is the first one. I'm going to sing a song so you can get a pencil and paper in case you want to write it down. And then I'll come back to the exercises. And they're really important, and they're a way to make ourselves and those around us and the world better without making people or insisting that people believe what we believe. Yedid nefesh avarachaman avarachaman meshochav yechad el retzonecha Yarutz avdecha kemo haya ishtachaveh el hadarecha. Yadi nefesh avarachaman avarachaman meshochav yechad el retzonecha Yarutz avdecha kemo haya ishtachaveh el hadarecha. Yadim nefesh avarachaman avarachaman. Shabbat Shalom. We'll bless the candles and then I'll tell you the exercises. And I try to do them often and I try to share them often because love and tenderness and goodness and kindness and sharing, that's all we have, really. And experience and community and camaraderie. That's it. Everything else is superfluous. You can wrap it all up in love. 4 letters, love. So don't forget to love those around you. And even those who you don't like so much. Dalai Lama says the best thing you can do about someone that you hate is to love them. Love that saying. Best thing you do about someone you hate is to love them, to forgive them. Mercy. Whatever happened to mercy and forgiveness? We'll bless the candles and then we'll go to the exercises. I hope these candles don't fall over. They look a little crooked, don't they? I think they'll be okay as long as I don't bother them. Anybody just have this experience of you inhale all week, but you forget to exhale? this big like. One of my rabbis, Rabbi George Gittleman, does this exercise at the beginning of Shabbat where everybody just goes, I was talking to someone about that little wave of depression that we all get, depression with a small d, and as opposed to depression with a large D, which is the more clinical, difficult depression. We all get that thing where things are going good, and then we have a moment where we enter that realm of darkness, and our demons move in. And we go, what's it all worth? And so I realized today what I do when that happens that gets me out of it in seconds. And I'm grateful for that, which is I move somewhere else. I don't mean move my home. I mean go in another room, do something else. Don't stay right there where the demons are gnawing at your happiness. So this morning I was in there, and for one little second, I looked at the dresser, and I looked at my stuff on the dresser, and I kind of had a what's it all worth moment. I went in the living room and sat on the couch. It was better. And sometimes it happens on the couch and you move in the kitchen. Sometimes it happens in the kitchen and you move outside. Move. The two inalienable rights that we have are, one, the right to move. No one can stop us from moving. They can tie us up, they can torture us, they can do all kinds of things, but we're still going to move if we're alive. And number two, no one can make us move. We can be in one place and they can say, get up and go over there. And we can say no. And they can pick us up or torture us or force us or cajole us or manipulate us, but they can't make it. We are inevitably the ones that decide to move or not to move. And that is a Jewish teaching. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Okay, so if you wanted to get a pencil and paper, you already did, or you want to make your notes in your notepad on your phone or whatever, here we go. The first exercise is and it's going to be different every time you do it. It's nice to do once a week or once a month. Some people do it once a year. Often will bring people to tears. And the exercise goes like this, and you can't think too much. Finish each of these sentences. I want, I need, I wish, I hope, I worry, I pray. So I'm going to take you through that just off the top of my head right now, and it was different this morning, but here's how it is right now. And want is different than need. And need is different than wish, and wish is different than hope. And hope is different than worry, and worry is different than prayer. If you're going to worry, you might as well pray. So I'm going to do mine, but I'm going to take a second, first of all, to I'm going to turn my phone off so it doesn't ring in the middle of this, because nobody likes that. And I know that this is not polished. I know I make mistakes. And when I make a mistake, I own the mistake. And the best thing to do is to, I think, realize that the world is not polished. Life is not polished. This destiny and our fate and our life journey is not polished. So Make your mistakes. Try not to make them too often, and love yourself. Okay. I want to learn more about recording because I love recording. I need people to not yell at me or around me. I wish that more people would be able to spend time together in friendship and not disharmony. I hope that the pandemic ends really quickly and soon and speedily and doesn't come back or doesn't bring a replica. I worry that my children and grandchildren will have a very difficult world to cope with, more difficult than any other generation. And I pray that they won't. So, one more time, it's I want, I need, I wish, I hope, I worry, I pray. And I don't mean pray to anything or anyone, just I pray. We all pray. We all pray. And you know what? Prayer is the flip side of worry. If you're going to worry, you might as well pray, because worry is non-productive and painful and self-inflicting, and prayer is hopeful. So that's how I look at it. That's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is 5 questions. 5 questions. And they're from the mystical tradition of the Kabbalah, I'm told. Question number 1, where am I coming from right now? Question number 2, where am I now? Question number 3, where am I coming from? Where am I now? Where am I going? And why? Did I leave out a question? Oh, I did leave out the most important question. Sorry, folks. First question, who am I? Where am I coming from? Where am I now? Where am I going? And why? So I'm going to try that one. Who am I? I am an emerging elder, which I'm happy about in certain ways. I'd like to be a young emerging elder. That's how I feel right now. Where am I coming from? I'm coming from a place where I worried a lot. Too much. There's that famous saying, most of the things I worried about never happened. Where am I now? I'm on my spot. I'm in a good place. I'm in a place that I like being. I don't want to be where I was, and I don't want to necessarily go anywhere. I just love being here. Where am I going? I'm going to some new places that are reincarnations of old places. And why? Because I love life. So that's the 5 questions. The third exercise, and one that's really fun, and hello, Carolyn. I'm a young emerging elder. You were a young emerging elder. Okay, final exercise, a really good one. So we know that there are differences. One of the issues in our day is that we have idols confused with heroes. You ask a young person today who their hero is, and they'll tell you someone who did something great, who does something great, who's amazing at something, a great biker, a great skater, a great baseball player, great anything, or a beautiful person. Those are idols. They are not people that we necessarily want to emulate. A hero is someone that we want to emulate because of their character. So the question is, for an adult, the question is, who is a hero to you, who has been a hero to you, alive or not alive, that you actually knew? Question number 2, who is a hero to you that you've never met, alive or not? And question number 3, the most important question, is who are you a hero to? So question number 1, who is a living hero or having past hero, but who is someone in your life that was a hero that you knew? And for children, of course, it's talking about someone vertical, someone older. And who is a hero to you that you've never met? And finally, who are you a hero to? And you'll find out that almost everybody's a hero to someone, often a younger person. So here I go. Just because you're not here, but you're welcome to post your thoughts. A hero that I knew was my grandfather, because he taught me the importance of doing things. He taught me the importance of loving life. He taught me and he modeled tenacity and perseverance and surviving obstacles. My grandfather Dave. A hero that I never met. I think Yitzhak Rabin right now. Yitzhak Rabin, former prime minister of Israel, who was on the way to making peace with Egypt and was assassinated, unfortunately, by a very, very devout Orthodox, extremist Jewish person. That's pretty sad. And Yitzhak Rabin really wanted peace. And things would have gone very different if he had lived, same as if Kennedy had lived, same as if Anwar Sadat had lived, and all the martyrs and people that have died over the years. Imagine how much they could have given if they'd been allowed and permitted to live longer. And who am I a hero to? I'm a hero to my godchildren. I've got several. And 3 in particular. 2 of them are twins, and they're dear to me. And I think they look up to me, and I look up to them sometimes. And the other one is someone that I met doing my life's work. And as a child, he was a child. I was a guide, mentor, and met up with him later, and he is in my life, and I am an adoptive uncle to him, a godfather. And I think I'm a hero to him, although he has never told me, but I'm pretty sure I am. So the 3 exercises, I think, did I give 3? One was I want, I wish, I want, I need, I wish, I hope, I worry, I pray. The second one was, who am I? Where am I coming from? Where am I now? Where am I going, and why? And this one is, who is a hero that an actual person you knew or know who was your hero. Number 2, who is a hero that you've never met? Not an idol, but a hero. And number 3, who are you a hero to? So those are really great conversations to have with children and adults and all kinds of other versions of people. So Shabbat Shalom. I want to do the Shema because the Shema talks about one. And when I think about one, I think about equanimity. And I get that out. I think about equanimity. I think about the fact that none of us is above or below anybody else. In actuality, we may be put there. We may feel like we're there. We may put someone there. But we're not all the same, but we're equal. And equal is different than the same. As a math problem, you would look at 2 equals 2. But that's the same. 2 equals 2 is no. 2 is the same as 2. But if you had 2 equals 4 over 2, that's equal, not the same. They don't look the same. They're not built the same. They're not written the same. So I often tell my children, we treat you equally, but not necessarily the same. It's kind of a good thought. Anyway, the Shema, which a lot of people just say but don't think about because it can be empty if you just say it. It's like the Pledge of Allegiance, but it is about that we are one, and that whether you believe that God is outside of us or around us or comes from within as a gesture or a movement or an action, doesn't really matter, as long as you remember the telltale, most amazing little phrase I ever heard that was summed up everything that Moses Maimonides, the great teacher of the 11th century, rabbi, teacher, scientist, doctor, amazing person, look him up, known as Rambam, R-A-M-B-A-M, Moses Maimonides said, the most important thing that we can remember, it's not about me. Whatever it is, it's not about me. So tonight, that's my Shema. Whatever it is, it's not about me. And we learn that more and more throughout our whole life. Someone's mad at you, it's usually not about you. The world is about us. We have to constantly remind ourselves that and humble ourselves. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malkuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malkuto Leolam Vaed. A thought came to me while I was doing the Shema, and this thought goes out to everyone who is a former student, a current student, a friend, a family member. I want to send a special hug out to anybody who has conquered an addiction, who has met an addiction, managed an addiction, because it's really, really hard, and it's probably one of the hardest things. And I know especially a number of my younger students have met themselves and decided to do one of the strongest admonitions that one would find in the Torah, which is 2 words long, and it says, choose life. So for you who have chosen life, and it was really hard to choose life, I'm talking to you and congratulating you on surviving, on staying, on growing, on breaking through. And I want you to remember, if you are troubled or sad or lonely or depressed or anxious or constantly preoccupied or feeling beaten down or being beaten down, that in the Talmud it says this beautiful saying, which I've said before and I will say again: hovering over every single blade of grass is an angel, whispering, grow, grow. We all have or have had angels. Some of them are incarnated and some of them are alive in our thoughts and memories. But people do care about us, and the best thing we can do to invite that energy in is to care about each other. So may we spread over a protective shield for anybody who is striving and fighting the forces that strive so hard to take over and conquer who we are and become ourselves, the false idols, the substances, the things that hurt us and we do anyway. May we fill ourselves only with health and joy and love. Ufros aleinu sukai shlomecha ufros aleinu sukai shlomecha yalai la la yalai la la yalai la 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 yalai la la yalai la la yalai la 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 la. I'd like to bless the Shabbat wine. I'm going to go a little bit shorter tonight so that I can have my own Shabbat dinner at a time when everybody else is available. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitzanu b'mitzvotav v'atzah banu. B'Shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchaltanu zikaron lema'aseh b'reshit ki hu yom tehila lemikrae kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol amim b'Shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. So tonight I thought I would treat us to singing along with Craig Taubman on his beautiful Misha Berach. And if there are people that you know who are in need of healing in their body, their heart, or their soul, you're welcome to put their first name into the chat if you like. Do I even have the chat? Let me see if the chat's going right here. Comments. Okay. And, or you can say their name or think their name or imagine their name or whatever works for you. And I have this recording of Craig Taubman singing the Misha Berach, and I'm going to sing it with him. I love this recording. I decided to just put it on. If you ever want to find it, it's on a YouTube. Oh, let's see what happened. It's on a YouTube. There we go. And it's, you just look up Misha Berach by Craig Taubman Jazz Festival Shabbat. I think that's what it is. No, Misha Berach, Craig Taubman. See if I can get it going. Such a beautiful song. Mi Shabbat Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Virape El Hacholim Tishabela Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Virape El Hacholim Ena Refana Ena Refana Sing it, Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Yevarech Virape Hacholim Ena Refana Ena Refana Avoteinu Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Yevarech Virape El Hacholim That is one beautiful song, and that is a blessing for healing, for complete, complete healing. So I want to leave you tonight with a couple of messages. We have this wonderful thing happening on Monday nights at 6 o'clock on all of these Facebook platforms, plus my coffee house, Rick Concoff's Coffee House. It's free and it's entertaining. This week we have an amazing singer who does one-woman shows, gracing us, entertaining us, delighting us. I just did a little spot with her. It's on my Facebook. Her name's Katie Ketchum. please join us. We have it every Monday night. And if you know anybody who wants to perform and has something to share, have them contact me by messaging me in my Facebook private message. And it looks like we might be starting a really exciting new show that will be on a different night that will appeal to all those new people who are new to cyberspace and virtual life due to the COVID pandemic. And a lot of them are 50 plus. And it'll be a little surprise that will charm you. And you can be any age and be charmed by it. So go over to Rick Concoff's coffee house and read about it soon. It's a little bit of promotion, but it's okay. So sending love and healing, sending condolences to people who have lost folks. And that's happened a lot in the last year. It happens all the time, but a lot more people who weren't expecting it. And let's love life. And we'll close with, what shall we close with? A nigun. A nigun is a song without words. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. And as I'm signing off, I will deposit my guitar on the guitar receptacle. Listen for that surprise about something new coming. Before you know it, I'll be on this platform all the time. Want to close by saying hi to, again, to Aunt Shirley. And wait, who else is there? I see, this reminds me of Romper Room when I was little, and Miss Barbara would say, I see so-and-so, and hello, Phyllis, and hello, Carolyn, Shabbat Shalom to you. And Phyllis, Shabbat Shalom. Mom, Shabbat Shalom every time. Sarah, Shabbat Shalom to you. I'm sending you a very special Jewish blessing tonight called, or it's a comment, Yashar Koach, which means you've done it and keep doing it more. You're doing great. And I love reading your posts and seeing the work that you're doing in the world. I'm so happy for you. And Mom's on here a lot of times. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people. You can advise your friends to listen to this on my Facebook or on the Jewish Community Center of Sonoma County Facebook or my YouTube live, and also a really fun Facebook group called I Was in Rick Concoff's Class. We've got 200 members. It's really sweet. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And I will see you next week or Monday night, hopefully. Shabbat Shalom. We'll see you next week.